So you're going to college and you want to know what it's like to live in a residence hall. First off, disclaimer, dorms and residence halls are the same thing. I was never a tour guide or an orientation leader, so I kind of switched between the two because I never got used to actually saying one. So to start, a few things you need to know before you've even thought about living in a dorm. One, it's expensive. It usually is not connected with your whole tuition. You usually have to pay an outside entity at the university, and it's more expensive than living off campus. This is a universal fact, sort of. But as a freshman, I would recommend to live on campus. It may cost less in monetary value, but fun value, you don't want to miss out on that fun value. You make all of the friends that you have your freshman year and some people that you will have for the rest of your time at university on campus when you're living in a residence hall. Whether it's the girl who lives down the hall from you or the people you randomly sit with in the cafeteria, it's just so much easier to make friends that way. You need to start thinking about where you're going to live at your university right now. Right now. You may be going to school in 3 years' time, but you need to start thinking now. Because most universities have dorms that are amazing palaces of gold and silver, and then residence halls that are just shitholes. That there's mold and rats and you don't want to live there. Most systems will require you to apply to certain dorms and you have to rank the ones that you want and they have to be in a certain, monetary bracket that you're willing to spend on. You need to start thinking about this right now because everyone else is thinking about it and everybody else wants the gold and silver dorm and not everyone is going to get that. Some people might not even get into a room. That's how competitive it can be sometimes. You need to apply basically as soon as the applications open up. Now to living with someone. Living with someone is fun and also not fun. For those of you who have lived in the same room as your sibling, you will understand that it can be so much fun sometimes because sometimes you just like to stay up and yapping all night and just sharing stories. My roommate and I talked about religion a lot, Harry Potter. We bonded over Charlie is So Cool YouTube, these fun things. And then other times you walk into your room and it's 12 a.m. and your roommate's having a party and you're dead and want to go to sleep. It takes a lot of responsibility just to get into university, but then once you're there, you realize you are on your own now and you have to realize that life is about working with other people and not just about yourself. And that's the best experience that living with another person your freshman year of college can bring you, is that it teaches you that you're not the only person in the world and that you have to do things with others and that sometimes you have to collaborate and sometimes you have to delegate and sometimes you have to share and just be good people to other persons.